Thank you for your performance. We will now welcome the 10th group. Hurricane Irma makes landfall. 11th group, please get ready.
Testing. Hello? Wait.
Group 10, you may begin.
This is CNC News Special Report. I'm Jason Yang in St. Pete Beach, Florida, with the latest on Hurricane Irma. Good morning. This powerful category 4 hurricane is just really beginning to battle the state with the maximum sustained winds of 130 miles an hour. Irma made landfall about 19 minutes ago in the Lower Keys, the chain of islands of the southern tip of the island, the Ayacucho Key, about 20 miles east of Key West. Irma is now moving northward of the Gulf Coast towards here in St. Pete Beach. It's a very wide storm hurricane or tropical storm's force wind extends 220 miles from the center. Irma is already planned for 3 deaths here in Florida after killing more than 2 dozen as it tore across the Caribbean last week. Over 1 million homes and businesses in Florida have lost power. More than 60 million people were ordered to evacuate as the storm approached. Many of the shelters in this area have been activated by the governor, and about 7,000 members of the Florida National Guards are working. We have a team of correspondents deployed throughout the hurricane zone. CSC correspondent Aurora Wilson is in Naples, which could get a big brunt of the storm and is already getting that right now. Actually, we are going to go to Aurora. She is in Florida right now.
That's right. Here the winds are expected to reach 75 miles per hour later today. We've been seeing here throughout the morning. The gust is picking up and the rain increasing. Here, any of the sharps or tree branches, they are not strong, are falling into this canal. And speaking of this canal, I can tell you that from being here last night to what we're seeing now, it is definitely rising. So the concern here is not just the strong winds we are seeing right now and the rain. Of course, the storm surging, the flooding that might happen. Here in Broward County, you have 15,000 people who rightly storm out in shelters. The reason is not only that those shelter buildings are strong enough to withstand some of the impact of wind here, but also right now you have a situation because of this weather condition where you cannot have a law enforcement on the road. They cannot respond to all the calls that they are getting right now. We do know that as the storm continues to pummel this area, there are power lines down, there are trees down, and there are power fronts swirling around the parking lot next to us right now. We are cognizant of the fact that there is a danger of flying debris here right now. But again, we want to let you know what the conditions are. To give you a perspective, where we are right now is about 100 miles away from the Irma made landfall. That should tell you how large the storm is and how widespread the impact will be. Think about that, 100 miles away, and the effects of this hurricane are really strong.
Aurora, thank you very much. You talk about the breadth of the hurricane. Andy Cooper is in Miami, southeastern Florida, which isn't gonna get the worst, but it's still very bad. Andy.
It's really very bad. It's really punishing winds here. The rain is all over my face around me here. When you cross the street here, which really is a wind tunnel, you have to look both ways, not for traffic, because there's no traffic, but for flying debris, for tree lands, and for traffic signs, flash flooding. Another issue here is flash flooding up and down here. It's not coming from storm surge, it's just flash flooding. Most people here are, of course, have evacuated and with good reason. This was the largest evacuation in Miami days of history, and they obviously have seen lots of hurricanes come and go over the years. But for people who have decided to stay put and hunker down, they are really on their own at this point. Just as Aurora was talking about the emergency responders in Broward, Miami-Dade, they are not responding to calls if somebody needs help. They're going to figure it out on their own. So there are a number of people probably who are having serious second thoughts about their decisions to stay put. More than 700,000 people had lost power in South Florida's 3 major counties. That could be a lingering issue that goes on for days, even weeks, depending on how widespread power outages are in the rest of Florida. These conditions are not getting better. In fact, the last hour or so, I would say they picked up and gone on to the next level. We have one of the measurement, a wind gust of 98 miles an hour about half an hour ago. In general, I would say this is 60 plus mile an hour winds here in downtown Miami. And this is really no place for anyone to be. And the advice to people is, wherever they are at this point, no matter how scared you get, you have to hunker down. You cannot leave. The worst place to be during these conditions is out in the car, exposed on the highway, exposed to full condition and wrath of a storm. That's the worst. So Jason, that doesn't look like this is gonna improve anytime soon. Jason.
Thank you, Andy. And we will continue bringing you the latest update on Hurricane Irma.